Welcome to FRL. We are here for round number 5 or 6. We are in the beautiful country of Abu Dhabi, soon to be the site of the FRL Grand Prix. We got loads and loads of quick drivers. Nexus Iceman, where is he? He's making his debut to FRL for season 3, and we got returning Raiden 86 F1, who I believe's not raced since the second time out, but I'm not too sure. I don't really remember. So it looks like everyone's readying up though. Aspect's not picked his car. I'll just read your comment out. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. We're just waiting to load in for this beautiful Grand Prix. Not one of my particularly favourite tracks, but you know what, it can make for good racing. Of course, normally it's the season finale. This time out it is in the early stages of the FRL season. Am I racing this weekend? I'm not too sure. Might do, might not. We'll have to see. Okay, so Recon in his Red Bull seat. We're gonna just have to wait until we see someone that comes out the blocks first. Yeah, we will, bro. So it looks like the first out of the pits is a Red Bull. That is Max, row 28. Very talented driver is Max. Let's have a look at the championship standings. I know he's near towards the top end. Let's have a look at the tier 1 standings, shall we? If I can find them. Here they are. So it's actually an Alfa Romeo. It's Terra Racer who's on his outlap first. Let's see. This is tier 2. We need tier 1. So let's see where Terra finished. Terra's had a podium in this season. He got it in Singapore. Unfortunately, he just missed out on points last time in China for the Chinese Grand Prix. He managed to only get 11th place, so he's hoping to break that barrier and get back into the points. Then following behind him, it looks to be Geordie F1, who is a consistent points. Wait, where is he? Lost him. He's a consistent point scorer, but he hasn't scored since Russia, which was round 3. We are now on round 6, so he's also going to be hoping to make an impact on this race. He is season 1 champion. Let's watch the other Alfa Romeo of Ginger. He managed to get a decent point scoring position, and someone is already out. That's Max already. We find the Red Bull. We'll see the Toro Rosso as he's binned it in the wall. So Max is out of this qualifying session already. That's a shame, isn't it? Let's have a look, see where Terra is. We'll follow along for him on his lap. So he's coming down one of the longest straights on the calendar. He's blitzing it down full ERS, then going down into gear 2, just kissing the apex perfectly. Almost cuts it there, but he seems to be okay up into mode 5 in ERS, down into mode 4, moving up the gears. Now maxing out in 8th gear, getting way off the track there. Coming through the tight chicane section and onto the technical back end of the track. It's one of the slowest parts, a lot of 90-degree corners basically. I apologise if my commentary is not as animated as usual. I'm just worrying about something right now. But anyways, Terra's gonna be the first one to complete a lap. He's gonna come round the final corner. And what is the lap to beat? A 134.7. We'll see where Geordie whether he can beat it. No, it was a pretty slow lap from him compared to Terra. God, he's 7/10 off of Terra there. And the Racing Point of Thidgeman manages to take pole provisionally. And then Guil going second. Chapelele's found himself in 3rd place. Ginger gets ahead of his teammate, slots into 3rd place, and then Crockett immediately steals that off him. What can the other Renault do? Was it a Renault? Blue Racer, yeah. Blue Racer's gone 5th fastest. Iceman only can get 8th position, and they all seem to be going pretty slow. You could see that there's no juice this race, so he won in China. But now he's not made it today. It's unfortunate for him. Could hurt his championship hopes. Nexus Aspect has gone quickest through the first sector. Him and Iceman are part of, I guess, a clan of some sorts, which I'm guessing is Nexus. Seems to be Thidgeman letting everyone go go through, which is good to see. We're following on with Nexus here. He is in 15th right now, but it seems to be it's Thidgeman letting everyone go through again. What a gentleman. Can Nexus Aspect, in a shock turn of events, maybe clutch up provisional pole here? Seemed to all go wrong in the middle and 3rd sector. Only 12th fastest for him. Only Raiden and Ika's gone slower. Being in the 135 is not where you want to be. Nizzo's pit 10th place off of Nexus Iceman. I really do apologise for this. I'm alright to be doing this, but just worried. Crumb's not really been here this season. He's the other Ferrari driver. His teammate is not here. His teammate being T1000 Zach, who is sitting in a decent spot in the championship. He's currently 4th. He hasn't taken a win. He's the highest placed. Oh, never mind. Ginger's not won this season yet. Ginger's not won a race. Oh my word. So he's in 4th place. He only managed to get 7th place in China. Recon is the only person aside from Max who has binned it out of the corner. According to Guil, Spinning like Vettel, and that seems to be a Mercedes. I wasn't even watching, but Polino Bros and Michalizzi broke the top 5 when I wasn't watching. Is Recon out on track? No, Recon's not on track, but guys like Thijman and Guil, the leading 2 drivers, and it shouldn't be allowed that you shouldn't be allowed to cut corners because that saves tyre life. So it's a bit controversial. He really should have slowed down there. But he's got, I believe, Crumb or Ray. I don't know which one it is. God damn it. Okay, it is Crumb, and then Raiden actually in tow with him. Then they got Shapper, who's in the 3rd sector. He's about to start his lap soon. Recon is also about to come onto a lap. So, in 9th place right now, Chapelele is he started his lap. Flying through the S section, coming across the sector split. Is he gonna go purple? He's actually slower so far on this lap. And to think that guys like Thijman, they're 1.1 seconds up. This is not where Chapelele wants to be. But maybe it wasn't his first sector that was a problem. Maybe it was he made a mistake somewhere later on the track. It's easy to make mistakes. DRS wide open. Coming now into the braking zone. Geordie has retired, so I don't know whether he's crashed or actually we find Terra. Yeah, we have a look on Terra's point. Oh, it's cleared up. Oh, Chapelele's gone quickest through the middle sector, so that leads me to believe somewhere in the final sector, Chapelele made a big mistake which lost him a whole bunch of time, or maybe someone impeded him. Nevertheless, he's in the slow section of the track in the lower gears, which then opens up into the slightly faster section, and he's actually gonna stop this lap. Okay. Have a look and see where Recon is. Recon's just on his lap now. I didn't catch his time through the 1st sector. Sorry. But hopefully he's... Okay, that might have been Guil just crashing there. Guil spun the car. He's doing his best Sebastian Vettel impression. He's going to give a little show to the fans. Couple of donuts. That's embarrassing for him. Recon though, he's still pushing on this lap. You can see he's in 3rd ERS mode in that little yellow bar, and he's lost the back end, and that might be a bit of his front wing chipped off there. And yeah, you see the end plate's gone. That's a shame for him. So Guil's troubles don't seem to be over, because he might have lost it in the S's somewhere. Terra's gonna pull into the pits. Michalizzi's on a lap right now, and he's the closest to finishing it. He is a 10th up on his time through this sector, which could maybe see him jumping ahead of Terra. Terra's set a really good lap. I did not even notice. Terra's gone 5th quickest, which is really good for him. Can Michalizzi rupture the top 5? Maybe get onto the front row of the grid. Seems to be decently quick on this lap so far. He's in 5th ERS mode. He's about to go over the deployment limit, and he loses the back end on the curb there, and that sees his lap effectively over. Everyone seems to be putting into the pits, but Polino, bro, oh for God's sake, Polino, Will's definitely going to come to the pits after this. Who can we watch? We can watch Aspect. He's coming around to finish a lap. Is he going to improve? Only by a little, but not enough to get ahead of his teammate. He currently sits last out of the people who have set laps. Will's most likely going to come to the pits, so everyone aside from Aspect is in the pits, and he's on a cooldown lap. Ginger's on an outlap, that's nice. So at least we can follow him at some point. Just really hope he's alright. Sorry for muttering to myself, I didn't actually mean to say that, but both Alfa Romeos seem to be on an outlap right now. We'll follow Ginger on his lap of Abu Dhabi. Can he improve on his time, maybe break into the 1:33? He's got it all to do here, so let's have a look. Aggressively shifting down into third, then up to fourth. Full throttle through this short complex of S's to cross this first sector split. This will give us a representation of his time. He's only 2 100ths down, so it's not game over for him on this lap. Coming through the hairpin, he might pick up a little bit of a toe from Raiden, who is on an outlap right now, so it is Raiden's obligation to get out of Ginger's way here, which he should be doing, and he does it last minute. Ginger doesn't seem to... oh, Ginger's given up on his lap because he's basically been impeded by Raiden, and that caused him to lose to... you can see that on that mini-map on the middle right of the screen, the track is red. That means he's invalidated his lap, so I'm assuming that Raiden's impeding there has basically just given him the invalidation. Everyone seems to be coming on an outlap right now. It is 1 minute 35 to go in this qualifying, so people are going to want to get a move on. Seems to be yellow flags somewhere in the middle sector, but I don't know who that's for. I think it's Polino. Doesn't seem like anything's happened. It might have been Guil doing another Vettel impression. Regardless, Ginger's going to try again on his lap, but I don't even know who's where and who's doing a lap right now. Terra is... okay, Terra's gone slower so far. Raiden is 4 seconds up through sector 1. Wow, that's crazy. What can he do? He is just a tenth, just not a tenth, just about 2 100ths up on his lap, which means he's improving. It seems to be a slow car. Oh no, they're all slowing down to start their laps. Yeah, okay. We'll check back in on Raiden. I'll keep an eye on the mini-map to see when he is going to finish his lap. Is Recon on his lap? He is right now. He's he's currently coming through the middle sector on this long backstretch, which slightly indents, which I find quite weird. It's definitely a bit off-putting. He seems to be taking the corners pretty well. This is his only opportunity to put in a lap. There seems to be a spinning Ferrari. Is that Raiden? No, I think it's Crumb. Crumb might have lost it somewhere. I don't know if his front wing is gone or not. Crumb just retired, okay. 56.5 through the middle sector. What can Recon do here? Ginger only manages to get P6, but he's jumped Raiden Michelizzi, so I guess that's something from him. Blue Race is gonna pip 10th. Khan is gonna go 8th, so he's gonna split Raiden and Michelizzi up. This is looking to be a pretty good lap here from Recon. Where's he gonna go? He's gonna go 5th fastest, and that was a really good lap from him. Fidgeman is gonna secure pole for now. Oh, Guil's invalidated, so that means he can't set a good lap. Crockett manages to go 2nd fastest, so that bumps Guil down onto the 2nd row of the grid. Polino Bros then goes 2nd fastest himself. Oh, Terra's invalidated his lap, so that's unfortunate from him. Chapelele seems to be on a lap, but he's invalidated it. Don't have this. Come on, Iceman, give us a good lap. Pull it out the bag. He's going to go 9th fastest. That is a great lap from him. Can Aspect better his time? No, he can't. So that seems to be qualifying over. Fidgeman on pole, then Polino Bros 2nd. 3rd goes to Crockett. Guil manages to take P4. Session is going to start soon. So they roll off on their formation lap. Fidgeman managed to take pole position ahead of the Italian of Polino Bros, then Crockett Gamer in 3rd. 4th for Guil, 5th goes to Recon after he managed to set a really good lap. That was his only lap of the session that he managed to get in. Terra and Ginger, the 2 Alfa Romeos, line up 6th and 7th. Then Michelizzi and the Mercedes in 9th, ahead of Nexus Iceman, who's making his FRL debut. Then Raiden F1 on his return race. Ahead of Khan. And then Blue Racer in 12th. He said he's trying to go for the medium to soft strategy. Chapelele in 13th. Crumb takes up 14th. Ika in 15th. 16th goes to Nizzo, then Geordie takes up 17th. And on the last row, the Williams of Aspect not managing to set a good lap on his end, but it's better than what Max did, which was no lap at all. We have a 19 car grid today. There's an absence of Haas, I believe. Seems like a Ferrari and a Williams has Iker and Crum. They might have made contact somewhere. That is a great camera angle of the yachts. Get in. I love yachts. Okay. Can we have a nicer camera angle? Not this. That's better. So, by rights, and we are underway, and Khan has taken a jump start, but it looks to be a really good getaway from Piluna Bros. He's going to take the lead. Coming down into turn one. Thijman seems to be a little bit slow. He makes a little bit of contact with Guil there. We see that Ginger's going around the outside of his own teammate. So that's swapping the positions there for the Alfa Romeos. Can Thijman maybe make a move on Piluna Bros? Coming now down at this first sector split. Doesn't seem to be making anything. And there's a spinning Williams. That seems to be Nexus Aspect. Now through the hairpin, Raiden's going to go up the inside of Iker for 12th position. Then they're side by side for Nexus Iceman and Khan Racer. Khan Racer has a drive-through penalty. He jumped the start, so he let go of the throttle before the lights went out. There's a battle between Crockett and Recon. Crockett seems to have lost a position to Guil off the start. I think it's Gil. I think that's how you pronounce it. Gil, but they're all changing positions in the midfield pack right now, as Recon's going to look to the outside of Crockett. Gamer, can he maybe make the move stick? No, he can't. Ginger's maybe going to sneak a nose up there. Doesn't seem like it. Piluna Bros leads from the first lap into the third sector. Thijman in second, he's lost out. Then Gil has made up a position into third place. So that's a podium for him right now. Crockett's dropped off the podium and he's into fourth position. They're all still tightly compacted coming through around the final corner. And Khan is coming to serve as drive-through penalty right now. Piluna Bros has managed to pull out a decent gap to Thijman in second place. Raiden once again moving up positions. He's got past Nexus Iceman. The Williams seems to be really close to the rear of that Red Bull, but not as close as the Red Bull is to Nexus Iceman. Chapelele versus Iceman here. Could he maybe send one up the inside into the third gear corner? He's gonna make the move into the points. Chapelele, he runs a bit deep, but Iceman's not gonna have the speed or traction to get past him. That was a really nice move up the inside there from Chapelele. McGillitsy's trying to make a move on Terror Racer right now, as we watch all of the cars fly through the tight chicane section. It's easy to cut, and it's easy to take a penalty. Terror Racer's exit doesn't seem to be quite good, so good there. Out of that sharp left-hander, but McGillitsy's not going to be able to capitalise. So you can see that the Mercedes is itching to get past the Alfa Romeo, but he's not found an opening yet. Maybe somewhere. Thijman's already taken a 3-second time penalty, and it's only, well, it was only lap 2, but now it is lap 3. Piluna Bros sets the fastest lap. I don't know if anyone's going to set a faster lap than that. He's already stretched out a 1.7 gap to Thijman. So has Polino Bros checked out of this Grand Prix already? We will have to see. We're on board with Crockett Gamer. Can he get a decent exit? No, he's had a pretty slow exit compared to Giel, who has DRS open now on Thijman. Thijman's going to go defensive to the inside. But no matter for Giel, he'll just go around the outside. And that was done before they even got to the corner. So the Frenchman ahead of the Dutchie and into second position. So he's made up 2 positions off the start. Let's have a look. See position change. You can see Max, who started last, already past his teammate and into 13th position. He now has the Ferrari of Crum 01 to catch and overtake. See, he's on the medium tyres. Crum is also on the mediums. There's a little battle going on up ahead between Iker and Chapelele. Chapelele seems to be struggling right now. Iker could have made a move up the inside there, and they make a bit of contact, and that, I don't think it's done any damage to the car of Iker, and him and Crum are making contact, and he's almost in the wall, is Iker. Now he's got Nexus, oh that's Max, who's going to go up the inside, and they almost made a bit of contact, but Chapelele and Iker are both going to come into the pits after their little tussle there. That's quite peculiar to see, actually. We're on board with Geordie F1. He's made up 3 positions off the start, and he's trying to catch Issy Nizzo. They've both made up 3 positions, so they were alongside each other on the grid. Iker's left the session in rage. We're watching Crockett Gamer try and overtake Thijman right now for 3rd position. So Thijman from pole position has been dropping back ever so slightly. Terra got past Ginger there on the straight. Presumably with DRS, there's a nice little battle forming up between the 2 Alfa Romeos, the Mercedes and the Ferrari. If Alfa Romeo can hold this position, that'd be good points for them. Both of them in a point scoring position, so it will allow them to make strides up the championship order. And Ginger's already coming to the pits. Blue Racer's out of the session. Let's watch from Khan's point of view. See that car? The safety car's out. Wow. So I think he might have lost it coming out of the coming out of this corner that we are watching Chapelele go through, or he may have made contact with someone. But that is Blue Racer's race done regardless. You can see the stranded Renault, and he teleports away. So this helps Micheletti, who literally just came into the pit. Wait, was it? Oh no, it was Ginger. Ginger's just come into the pit at the perfect moment. Now he's formed up behind the safety car. He's fitted on medium tyres. So has Raiden. Khan's also coming for mediums, as has Aspect, who drops back into 18th position where he started. But they've got the tyre advantage. I'm very tired. Now it sees Max up 8 positions. They're all pulling into the pits, you can see. So is Michelizzi going to be leading this? No, why do I keep saying Michelizzi? Is Ginger going to be leading this race? I don't think he will. There's a lot of chaos going down in the pits though. You can see the top 10 are all in the box. Make that 11. So this is going to see some drivers getting held up in the pits. Yeah, no, Ginger won't be leading because he has to keep to the delta, but he'll definitely jump his teammate here. As he can blitz it down the straight. I think the delta's gone. I don't think he's jumped anyone actually. In fact, he's lost the position to Michelizzi. How has this happened? Let's have a look and see what tyres everyone is on. Everyone seems to have fitted the mediums. The only person to not have pitted is the McLaren of Geordie. Not much to really commentate over right now. When the safety car in though? This lap though. So Geordie controls the start. He can go as slow as he likes here. And he can go at any moment. But the question is, when will Geordie take it and go? He is allowed to do this. He's allowed to go as slow as he wants to the line. They're still under yellow flag conditions. And there he is. It's green, green, green. So has anyone got the jump? It seems like Gil has jumped Palino Bros off the start, off the restart already. You can see there's a big train of cars all bunching up. Terra Racer, can he send a move up the inside of Fidgeman? Oh, he brakes a little bit too late there. He's gonna have to cut the corner just a bit to avoid him, but to avoid Fidgeman. But it looks like Schiaparelli's been involved in an incident with someone. He's just going to cut the corner there. That's a 10-second time penalty. Apologies. Crockett Gamer into third position. Can he also get past? Palino Bros coming to the chicane. Not quite. So Palino Bros is the one that suffered the most. Okay. Right. I've got some reassurance now. Geordie seems to be slipping further and further down the order. Thank God. Palino Bros is trying to catch up to Gil, who got the jump on him off the start, off the restart. We are on lap 8. Safety car came out for Blue Racer, who spun it in the third sector. Now we've seen the Renault of Blue, Schiaparelli, that's what I meant to say, Red Bull Schiaparelli coming to the pits, and he's retired from this Grand Prix, so that is his race over. I'm not sure if it was him spinning on his own, or whether it was anything to do with someone else making contact. Raiden has suffered a lot from the safety car restart. He was up in the points, he was contesting for them. It seems to me like he's really been shafted. He's trying to get back past Nizzo. They are wheel to wheel racing. It's hard tyres against mediums. Raiden leaves in the room, and that is him into 15th position. Ginger looking back up to the front. Oh, I really do apologise for that. I'm so sorry. He has gotten past Fidgeman Games, has Ginger. Dutch on Dutch action here. Can Recon get involved? Blue Racers also left the session. We'll have a look back at that fight. Polino Bros extends the track just a bit too much and takes a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Crockett has gone 8/10 quicker. He's trying to catch up to Polino Bros. But Giel is the one on the pace. He has just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on 3-lap old medium tyres. Of course, that is not actually representative of how worn they are, judging by the fact that they've been on the safety car for a little while. So I believe next lap DRS will be enabled. Let's see. Oh, it's this lap actually. Okay, well, we're looking here at Crockett Gamer catching up to Polino Bros with the assistance of DRS. That is an easy overtake up the inside. That is a terrible camera angle. Can I get out of it, please? Thank you. So that is second place for Crockett, and Polino Bros, who had a decent, sizable gap to the lead, now has decayed. Fidgeman, the pole sitter, all the way down in 7th position. Recon and Ginger are having a nice fight here. It seems like Recon has gotten past Ginger at some point, because Ginger was ahead at one point. Micheletsi's found himself in 4th position, so that is a really nice surprise on his end. Let's have a look at positions gained. You see Max is up 11 positions and he's on the same strategy as everyone else. That is an excellent performance from him so far. But Micheletsi up 4 positions, so that's good to see from him. Decent chunk of points. Everyone seems to be taking time penalties right now for track extensions. Fidgeman comes into the pits. He's switching off these mediums. We'll have a look and see if he's getting a new front wing, because that could be why he's had a drop off in pace. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you can see on the car that end plate on the right hand side. I guess the right end plate is technically known as, that actually went missing. So Fidgeman's day, where he was on pole position, has now gone down the drain. 19 laps of this Grand Prix left. We're on lap 10 of 28, and Giel has already stretched out a 1.5 second gap to second place. Could Giel take the win in this Grand Prix like he did in Singapore? He almost took it off of Juiced last time out in China, but he only could manage second place. So consecutive podiums is what Giel wants to be getting. Closest gap on track right now is TTG Recon and the Ginger. I can't say Ginger's real life name because I fully don't know how to pronounce it, so hopefully at the end of this race he can tell me how to pronounce it. Oh, Ginger's almost spun it there. He's taken a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that's obviously because he's extended the track limits. Has Geordie pitted yet? It doesn't seem like it. Now he's coming into the box, so Geordie's race. He chose to not pit under safety car, judging by the fact I think his teammate was already coming in. So, yeah. Crom's also coming into the box to fit a new front wing. Can Polino Bros do what Crockett did to him on this straight? He's got DRS open, but he seems to be quite a ways back. Maybe if he can save his ERS here, he can maybe take him coming into the chicane. And oh, look at that. Oh, he gets really close to him there. Crum is retired in the pits. So 3 retirements from this race, 1 of them terminal damage, 2 on their own accord, I believe. Blennerborough still seems to be quite a ways back, so he's not going to make the overtake on Crockett, but you can see the gap has decreased by about 4/10 in that middle sector alone. Crum's car is still going, so it's looking for a safe place to pull off to the side, but that currently means no points for Ferrari, so Zach will still be the only Ferrari point scorer. Crockett's managing to only slightly, but he's still doing it. He's just slightly chipping away at Gill's gap that he had to him. I'm gonna have a look, see if anyone's commented on anything. Blue commented, "Is Crum's car still going?" Someone spun. I think that is Miku. Mikulitsi spun, but Crum's car is still going. I have no clue why. He's meant to be retired. So Mikulitsi, who was in 4th position, now is out of contention for any sort of decent finish. Max up 13 positions into 6th place. This could be a Sebastian Vettel story, starting last and finishing on the podium. But Crum's car is just trundling along the track on the racing line, just vibing. What is this? I can't spectate him, but he's still going. Fair play to Crum's AI. Is he ever going to stop? We will never know. That'd be pretty stupid on Codemaster's behalf. But, you know, Cody's servers have never been the best. Khan Racer, I just noticed, is in 9th position after having served a drive-through penalty for jumping the start. Now he's back up into the point. He wasn't even an error in the points, but now he's in the points in 9th place. So that's 2 points on the cards for him. I don't think he's got fastest lap. I still think that the fastest lap belongs to Gil right now. No DRS on the start finish straight, which is pretty odd considering most tracks have a DRS start finish straight. Crum's car is still going. Fair play to it. Oh my gosh, Recon has spun. Recon is out. He's lost it on the barriers and he went airborne and oh wow, okay. Surely that's a safety car, or at least a virtual safety car, because that car is in a compromising position. Safety car is back out. That saved Geordie's bacon, because now he's actually going to be able to catch up to everyone. Crum's just come back into the pits. What is this? What's going on? Ditchman all the way down in 14th. That's also saved him there. Let's see, back to the points. Mercedes sitting currently on the cusp of a decent finish in 11th and 12th. Sorry, in 10th and 11th. Oh my word. So it's the second safety car of the day. Now it's going to close the gap from Gill to Crockett, and they're all coming into the pits, presumably to fit another set of mediums. Potentially could try and go to the end, or they could go onto the hards. Let's have a look at tyres. There it is. They're going on to another set of mediums. Polino Bros hasn't managed to jump anyone here. Max up into 4th, big man Max. He's actually come out ahead of the Ginger. Wow, but he's gone onto the softs. which is odd to think. Maybe he's only been on the medium tyres so far in this Grand Prix. That begs the question, could he have gone on to the hards? Because surely there's no way that the softs can go all the way to the end with half the race still to do. That is right, we still have 14 laps of this Grand Prix, which means you get to hear me for another 14 laps. Hey. Hopefully some people join my stream, because I'm feeling very lonely, I'm feeling very sad. We're gonna safety car for another lap. I think my phone just buzzed right in front of the mic. But yeah, guys who are slow right now, so that'd be Thijman and Nexus, Aspects and Jordy. Speaking of Nexus Iceman, who dropped back for a pretty long time, now is in 7th position, so he's in a decent point scoring position. And his teammate Max is in 4th right now, and his pace is going to be rapid. I would not be surprised if he took the lead. But now that the entire field is bunched up, I believe that they will be, the safety car will come in on this lap. So we are not going to be in this period forever. We're not going to be in a vicious cycle of pain and suffering. Fidgeman takes another time pass. Safety car is coming in on this lap. Gil seems to have gone. He has jumped the gun, unlike what Geordie did. Caught everyone napping, I think, and so Max, oh, he's taking a time penalty, but that shouldn't affect him too much because his pace is going to be ultra quick. Expect him to overtake Polino Bros very soon. He's already set the fastest sector, and we were under safety car by 3 goddamn tenths. Quick up on his time. Shifting through the gears, we are watching the Toro Rosso in the number 12 car. Well, we're watching the rear wheel. Great. We're on board with him. It doesn't seem to be close enough to make a move on Polino Bros. Iceman and Khan are having a nice battle, and that is Khan up into 7th place, and Iceman down into 8th. So could he be falling down the grid order? Hopefully not. Be not very good to make to fall down the order on your debut. But I digress, because we are watching Max still charging behind Polino Bros on a fresh set of softs. Terra Racer takes time penalty. Terra's running 6th right now, so his he may score points in this race. We never know, you know, anything can happen in this sport. For all we know, Iker, who's down on 12 lap old hards in 15th place, he could win this Grand Prix. It's unlikely, but it can happen. Someone with a great chance right now is FF1 CL Max Rowe. He's set the fastest lap of the race. Go on, son. The other 2 drivers on softs are Khan and Aspect, and Iker's going to pull into the pits. Surprisingly, it seems like Polino Bros has caught up to Crockett more than Max has caught up to Polino. Nevertheless, the gap for the top for the leaders is just about a second, and if Max can get a decent enough exit, he can use Slipstream. He's not got DRS yet to catch up to Polino Bros. Watching them all come down the straight right now into, I don't know what corner this is. He's going to send a move from a long way back. They make a slight bit of contact, and that actually causes Polino Bros to go off the track. And now we're watching them come down the short back straight. No DRS yet. Polino Bros hogs the inside line, trying to make Max go the long way around, but he finds a gap, and that is 3rd place for Max up into P3. That's allowed Crockett and Gill to get away just slightly. So he's going to have to catch up to Polino Bros from here. We're watching Crockett. He seems to be pressuring Gill right now. Gill makes a bit of a mistake. He runs really deep into that slow corner off the fast right-hander. DRS will be enabled on this lap. So if he's close enough on the straight, maybe we could see a shift in the lead. Gill seems to be struggling on these medium tyres, but he is... They're both in high ERS modes. Crockett drops it to none now. Into the short S's complex. This is where TTG Recon spun his car, which brought out a safety car. You can see that Gill's feeling the pressure. He's making some mistakes, which is just opening the door for Crockett. Taking that wider line will allow him to maybe get a better exit, but it doesn't seem like it actually. But using Slipstream and now opening DRS, will we see Crockett go up the inside? Yes, we will. Down the inside goes Crockett. Has he made the move stick for the lead of the Grand Prix? Crockett in that number 9 Renault. Could Max get involved on Gill? Gill's now going to have DRS on Crockett. Is he going to maybe send one around the outside? He's going to hold it. Come on, son, you got it in you. Yes, he's got it. Crockett's going to have the inside line though. He's going to have to yield. Gill back up into the lead. That was great racing. Max has also caught up to them in all of this fighting. Polino Bros also really close, and so is Ginger. But there seems to be a little bit of a gap forming between Ginger and Terra. So Ginger's basically just going to not even consider that a corner, and he's just going to cut it completely. Could he maybe pressure Polino Bros to get into 4th place and open an avenue onto the podium? There's no way that Max can finish this race on these tyres as we're coming around to start. Lap number 19 is the Haas leading the way ahead of Crockett Gamer. This is a really great race so far, and it's shaping up to be an even better one. The gap was 1/10 last time in China. Could they maybe decrease that even more? I can only dream. But no, this is going to be a really good battle on the long straight, because they're all going to have DRS on each other. Could Gil be swallowed up by the pack? We will have to see. Crockett has DRS open. He's in 4 ERS mode, which is overtake. He's going to send one up the inside. This is almost identical to the move he made prior on the lap before. Gil though looks like a better exit. Crockett's going to hold the inside line. He's weaving about slightly. It's almost putting Gil into the back of him. Around the outside, Crockett is a little bit closer this time around, so he doesn't have to yield. But he's still going to have to anyways. He gets a much better exit. Ginger's going to take a 3-second time penalty. He's currently running in 5th place behind Polino Bros. He seems to be dropping back ever so slightly from this leading 4. Max really does not want to be in this situation. He's on the soft tyres, which surely can't go to the end, or his pace will just completely die off. They've only been running for about 3 laps of for hard racing, so a little bit less than what they were doing. Crockett though, still on the rear of Gil. He's not going to send one at the inside. That would have been a pretty ambitious move to make. A pretty stupid move as well, but he seems to have kept his nerve. A little bit of a gap though this time. Doesn't seem to be as close. This is a pretty nice angle. This is the one time we want this angle, because down the inside goes Crockett Gamer on Gil, and that is moved on once again. This is going to be a continuous cycle until one of them gets the better of each other, of themselves. What can Crockett do? He's gonna once again force Gil to go the long way around. We await them, and there it is. Gil, the Frenchman, up into first. Crockett's not even gonna have a chance to defend the corner. Could that be the end of Crockett's push for the lead? As Gil seems to be opening a bit of a gap. Crockett could be feeling a little nervous, but he takes a pretty good line through there, and he's taking a bit of time out of Gil. So this battle will continue onwards. When will Max have to pit though? He's been on these softs for 6 laps, about 4 laps of hard racing. So you know what, he can maybe try and get to the end. I'm not sure about the tyre wear on this track, but you can see Polino Bros will start to fall back from the Toro Rosso. So this has turned from a front 5 fight to now almost just a front 3 fight, but even that gap has increased. Still within DRS though. He may be further back from Gil this time around, but he's actually closed up in the hairpin pretty decently. He's actually going to sacrifice a little bit of time to get that on the exit. Oh, he's just so quick down the straight. That Renault powered Renault car doesn't really work as well when you say Renault powered Renault, but does not matter, because this basically is a carbon copy of what we've been seeing before. Gil's gonna go around the outside. Crockett seems to be holding him. No. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing that for a while. Gil runs a little bit deep into the chicane. Max has pulled the gap slightly. Look at that. Now they're all bunched up back up together. So it's like a yo-yo there. They're really close at one point and then they're really far. It's mad. This is the best race ever. Does not matter, because Crockett, if he can get the move done before the straight, then maybe he could be the one in the lead and be making the moves where Gil's been making the move on him. There's Nisso and Aspect seems to be side by side. I think Aspect's coming to the pits. I thought that would have been really cool. Well, it wouldn't have been cool for him to spin. Max takes another time penalty. Coming from 19th on the grid to now a podium. What we haven't considered is Max getting involved in this fight. As now around the outside this time. So a little bit of diversity. Max is gonna have to run really deep into that corner, sacrifice a little bit of time on exit. Now Polino Bros is gonna look to the outside. This is even before DRS has been opened. So Polino Bros back onto the podium after Max runs a bit deep into the braking zone. They run side by side into the chicane. And Polino Bros, could he hold out here? We're watching Ginger's point of view. This cannot end well if they're going to go 3 wide. Polino Bros seems to be secured in 3rd place. But for how much longer? Look back at the front. Crockett leads this Grand Prix. He's managed to get back past Gill and hold him. So now, with coming up to 6 laps to go, because you know you can't forget the last lap. It's the all-important lap. Apologies, I had to just take a sip of water there because I've been struggling this entire Grand Prix to keep my voice, you know, commentators' voices, they start to die out at the end. Nevertheless, Khan has got up into 6th place. That's really good from him. That's a whole midfield battle there, but I don't really want to focus on that right now because we're still focusing on this fight for the lead. Gill seems to be pretty far back from Crockett here, but he's still managed to pick up DRS. Ginger, can he send a move? Not quite. As Gill's going to have another opportunity on this straight to fight Crockett for the lead. As now DRS is opened. We'll go on board with the Haas driver. He's going to have to go around the outside. Can he make the move stick? Crockett's going to force him as much as he can without pushing him off the track. And yeah, Gill's into the lead. So Gill back up ahead of Crockett Gamer. And this is a really good fight for the lead of the Grand Prix. Khan's dropping back. I don't know what's happened with Khan, but he's dropped from 7th place. Now down... 6th place, sorry. Now down into 11th. He might have made a mistake somewhere. He might have gone off the track at one point. But now he's out of the points. And his softs could be ruined. Now we pull on to 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix. I'm going to get really enthusiastic now. Good start. So we are watching Crockett Gamer trying to get past back into the lead. This has been a great battle shaping up this section. And we're watching Crockett Gamer right now. We are watching the Dutchie himself in the Renault. He's going to be able to pull open the DRS slot, which is that little post box slip that you can see on the rear wing that allows for drag reduction. He's going to go up the inside. Can he make the move stick? Coming into the same corner. Yes, they can, but they make a bit of contact. He might have gone a bit too slow there. I don't know if Gill's maybe damaged his front wing just slightly. Polino Bros is trying to get into this fight. Now look at this, making the switch down the inside. Can Gill make the move stick? They're side by side coming down the straight. Is it going to be Gill or is it going to be Crockett? It's going to be Gill. Crockett's going to have to yield, and now Polino Bros is all over the back of the Renault. So Polino Bros, who was leading this race for a number of laps, then he got caught out on the safety car restart the first time around. Now he's fighting back for the lead. Max has dropped out of 3rd position. He's into 4th. He's fighting with Ginger right now, but they are still in this front 5. This is crazy, man. Crockett Gamer, he's not going to have DRS on this straight because unlike most tracks there's no DRS straight on this start finish straight, but you can see their fighting is causing him to lose a whole bunch of time. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. I think it's the Toro Rosso. It's the Mercedes of Michalizzi, and he's damaged his front wing. Yeah, he has, and is he going to come into... He's not going to come into the pits, which is odd to see. You could have fitted maybe a set of soft tyres, try and go on for the fastest lap for fun, but that is his race effectively ruined now. He's going to lose a whole bunch of downforce. But now, Crockett Gamer, with DRS open on Gil. Which way is he going to go? Is he going to go to the outside? Yes, he will. He's going to look to the outside of the Haas. And before the corner's even done, Crockett Gamer is into the lead of this Grand Prix with 4 laps to go. Palinobro is still staying in this fight. He has DRS. Gil's slotted in behind him. He's going to go round the outside of Crockett Gamer, coming to the chicane. Crockett brakes a little bit later. Yes, he will. That's caused him to run really deep. But no, Crockett Gamer stays in the lead of this Grand Prix. I don't believe it. So after all this chopping and changing of the lead, Crockett Gamer, could he maybe now see himself in a solidified lead? I do not know who's going to win this race at the end of it. Could Palinobro just be saving up his DRS? He's got 60% of it left. Gil's only on 46 and 41 for Crockett. So out of all of the leaders, Palinobro's just been managing his ERS. He's been keeping it in the low ranges, you know, 0, 1 and 2 I guess. And he's been saving that up. Maybe he could launch an attack at some point on these two when they make a mistake. He's still in DRS range. Max's tyres definitely are going off, because you can see that gap, he is now out of DRS range of Palinobro's. So that front 5 now back into a front 3. We look back to the Frenchman of Gil 18 in that 93 Haas, kind of trying to fight the 9 car of Crockett Gamer, yeah, and then the McLaren in that bright orange car. I don't think Gil's got the speed, got the gap to Crockett to make a move into this corner. No, he hasn't, but he's going to go very deep on the brakes, and he's closed that gap up ever so slightly. Ginger's managed to get past Max, presumably at the same corner. Fishman's found himself back in 6th place, but now as we wait for them to come down the straight, Gil has to move very aggressively, I guess. He locks up, and Crockett Gamer defends the position once again. We are on lap 26 at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, round number 6. Championship leader Juice is not here. Gil is in 2nd in the championship. If he can pull out a really good result, then he can take the championship lead, I guess, yeah. Can he win this Grand Prix like he did back in Singapore? Can Crockett win like he did back in Russia in round number 3? Yeah. Yeah, Gamer, yeah. Gil's gap is beginning to grow though, and Palinobro seems to be still within that 5/10 bubble. He's 4/10 down on him right now. Ginger though is catching up to these two, up to these guys. He's back in DRS range. Meanwhile, the 13 lap old soft tyres of Max are seeing him way down in 5th now. Could maybe come into the wait, what's happened there? Ginger's gone up the inside of everyone whilst I wasn't watching. Ginger's now, I think Gil and Palinobro's might have made a mistake there, and Ginger's now into the 2nd place. So Crockett has he's got 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix before he is the winner. So a mistake possibly from Gil, possibly from Palinobro's. They could have collected each other at some point. Has now put Ginger in that Alfa Romeo into 2nd place. Good points for Alfa Romeo today. They're in 2nd and 7th, and they're one of the only teams with a double points finish. The only other team is Toro Rosso. Khan was in the points, but then he had some sort of incident. That's basically given Racing Point less points. Should be talking about that because Crockett is miles ahead of Ginger now. He's not got the time to overtake him, let alone get close to him, as now Crockett Gamer's going to come around the final corner to start the final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Did I say Abu Dhabi? Oh gosh. Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at the not the Yas Marina circuit. Yas Marina? I don't remember. Yas Marina. Yes, Marina. Yeah. Cool. Hard. Yeah. Cool. Anyways, Max has lost the position to Thijman. His tyres have just given up on him. Maybe if he's slow enough, Terra can catch up. He's 2.5 seconds slower on this lap alone. I knew it was a bad call. Yellow flag, sector 1 and 2. That is Nizzo, and he's in the barrier. That is his race done. He is out of the points and without a front wing. That's a shame for him. Is his entire front wing gone? Yeah, he's lost it all. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on Gil trying to catch up to Ginger. He seemed to have a pretty bad exit though. Now onto the straight. I don't think he's got it in him. No, he's not quick enough. So that could have been his last opportunity to take second place off Ginger. So he might only have to settle for third. Polina Bros has dropped out of this battle. We don't know where penalties are going to play into this. I don't know if Ginger's got a penalty. Crockett might have a penalty, which will see Ginger win his first race in season 3. Crumb's car eventually did stop, which is good. Ickers just wasn't in this race. So around the final 2 corners, we're going to talk a bit slower now. Crockett Gamer is going to take his second win provisionally. We don't know about Ginger. He's going to take it. There it is, the win. Can Ginger? No, Ginger had loads of penalties. He's going to drop into third, not fourth. So Gil manages to take up second, but Crockett wins in Abu Dhabi. Penalties for Max see him drop down into 8th position. Terra Racer up into 7th. Thijman, after a recovery drive, he started on pole and then he dropped all the way back for a long time, and he was like out of the points. He had a bit of front wing damage. He managed to recover all the way up to 6th place, so that is the race over. Crockett wins this Grand Prix. It's another win for a Dutchie. So your final results: Crockett wins, then Giel in second with 3 seconds added on. Ginger in third. 4th goes to Plano. 5th is Nexus Iceman after all of the penalties applied. Thijman in 6th. 7th goes to Terra. 8th for Max. 9th for Raiden. Then 10th is Michalizzi, just missing out on points. Khan Racer, Geordie F1 with 5 positions gained in 12th. Aspect in 13th. 14th goes to Iker. Then we had 5 retirements. Those being Nizzo, Recon, Crumb, Chapelele, and of course Blue Racer early on in this Grand Prix. No point finishes for Red Bull. Okay, yeah. So, thank you for watching this Grand Prix. It was a tough one for me to commentate over, but it was fine in the end. So I've been me, you've been you. Peace out.